was inconvenient. It was just like apartment living again, all over again. So he just threw his bottle. I'm telling you, cannot make this up. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'm going to be posting videos every Tuesday and Thursdays. But today is going to be a more laid back chill. I'm trying to get used to like finding a place to record because like I have my computer back there, but my bed is in the way, and then it gets dark in the living room so quickly. I just don't have a place to record. So today we're in Anthony's area. This is his keyboard and his music stuff. So today I'm going to be doing a story time on how we found our house and an empty house tour as well. So if you didn't know, and disclaimer, this is not a braggy video. However, me and Anthony worked hard and we should be proud of our accomplishments, and we want to document these things because this is not the end for us. So this is not a braggy video. This is just a story time and my experience, our experience, and an empty house tour. So we bought a house last November. We signed our paperwork in November, and we were moved in at the end of November, and Lennox is already down his bottle. That means you're going to hear him in a moment. So in November, we bought our house of last year. Excuse me. The way we found our house is, okay, let me just start out from the beginning. So I got pregnant in May, in the middle of May, and we were living in an apartment, and it's a very nice apartment, very nice, upgraded. However, it was small and it was pricey. Obviously, apartments these days are pricey, expensive, like it's a mortgage having an apartment. So when we found out we were pregnant, I knew that, you know, as soon as you get pregnant, it's like you like start, okay, we need a bigger place. Where am I going to put the baby? Where am I going to put the stuff? Da, da, da. So we had a 2-bedroom apartment. Gio had his own room. We had our room, obviously. And I knew that we would not fit in this apartment. Even though it's a beautiful apartment, nice amenities, it's just too small for us. So we started the search of looking for a new place to live. We considered condos, additional apartment, and actually no, not really. We just considered condos or townhouses. We didn't want to live, if we're going to move, we're not going to move to another apartment. So we were considering those for rent. We did find a nice condo that we were literally about to sign the papers for. We sent everything that we needed to, our financials, our documents, our identification, all that, background, everything. We did all of that. And last minute we decided, no, we're just going to not do it. And I think it was because this condo, well, I guess it was a condo. This condo was on the 3rd floor. And simply because it was on the 3rd floor, we hated it. We didn't hate it. We loved the inside, but we hated that it was on the 3rd floor. It was inconvenient. It was just like apartment living again, all over again. So he just threw his bottle. I'm telling you, cannot make this up. So literally last moment we backed out. And this, I want to say this was like shortly after we found out we were pregnant. Maybe like 2-3 months we were considering a condo, but we literally backed out because it was on the 3rd floor. Had it been on the 1st floor, we probably would be living there. But yeah, so then we continued our search. We were looking, but we weren't like heavy set looking. Like if we find something cool, if not, we'll make it work. But in my head, I was like, no, we're gonna make this work. You like this story? Yeah. And so if you don't know, I'm a dental assistant, and I was a dental assistant. Obviously, I'm not working now, but I was a pediatric dental assistant. And my doctor always had Fridays off. So I would have Fridays off. And you could pick up shifts. That's a whole nother story. But I never did. I just took my Fridays off because when I was pregnant and I'm already tired, and I had my other son who's 6 years old, 5 years old at the time. Yeah, 5 years old at the time. And I just always took my Fridays off. I needed them to myself. So I would make my appointments, my doctor's appointments on Friday for the baby, and then I would have the rest of the day to myself because, you know, Anthony was working and Gio was in school or what have you. So I always had Fridays to myself, and I was the main one looking online for houses. I would send them to Anthony, we would look them over, we'll say what we like and what we didn't like about the house. And one day I found out about, actually I found out about the Open Door app. If you don't know what the Open Door app, basically it's a new version, a new way to buy a house. And basically with the app you can, I wonder if I still have it on my phone. I'm pretty sure I do. Open Door. Did I delete it? Oh, I deleted it from my phone, which I'm gonna re-download it. But with the Open Door app, basically you put your information in and it shows you a list of a list of houses owned. Basically, they have a list of houses that they own, that Open Door owns. Open Door is a company. They bought these houses from people who wanted to sell their house quick and be done with it. So they have a list of houses that they own and that they're trying to sell. Basically, when you put your information in and you see the list of houses, it gives you the option to view the house anywhere from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And the way that I found that out was because I was actually on Zillow and I was looking at one of the houses, and it said showing from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and I was like, 9 p.m. that's kind of late to be seeing a house. Like, I thought it would stop at a, you know, decent time, like 4 or 5 latest, to show a house, depending on what connections a realtor would have. But the fact that it was 9 p.m. I was like confused and also intrigued. So I looked more into it and I found out you can view it through Open Door because it was owned by them. So I downloaded the app, put my information in, picked the house that I wanted to view, and it literally says it basically opens a door when you get next to the door with your app. So the door opens, and there's a code that they give. Either the door opens by itself, or there's a code that they give you to open the door. So I was like, what the? I can see houses anytime I want. So I saw many houses. No, not many. I wonder if this was. I think this was the first house that I seen actually with Open Door. But I saw a lot afterwards. But this was the first one. It's kind of interesting. So it was my Friday off. I was like, let me go see this house. It's not that far away. So I went to the house and I opened the door and I was like, whoa. First of all, my mind was blown that I could just walk in this house and view it myself without no realtor, like being, you know, pushy shovey. I don't like that salesman stuff and feeling like you just have to, and even though they're a nice person, it's just like, it's just, I don't like those situations. Anthony's better at those than I am. I'm kind of just like, But anyways, the fact that I could just walk in, look at this house with no pressure by myself, take my time, I was amazed. So anyways, I started, I looked at the house and I loved it. I loved this house, but the only thing I didn't love at the time was the location. I felt like it was far from things. Because our apartment at the time was so close to everything. Literally, you can walk to a store, you can walk to a gas station, you can take a nice walk anywhere. This one, not so much. So I was like, oh no, the location's not ideal. It's farther for me to drive to work. No, like, it's not gonna work. However, I did end up taking a video for Anthony to see anyway, because I thought it was crazy that I was even in this house to begin with. So I took a video for Anthony to view, and you guys are actually gonna see that raw video the first time of me seeing the house, which is pretty cool because it was the first time. I don't even know what I'm saying in the video. I had to review it back, but I found it in my phone and I'm gonna share that with you guys. So it's an empty house tour before we even knew it was our house, which is pretty cool. The only thing about it, guys, is it's going to be recorded long ways versus like this, because this was before Blogger. This was before I started my blog, before I considered making my YouTube. This was back in October. So I hope you guys still watch it and stick through it, but honestly I think you can still see everything pretty well. So yeah, like I said, I saw the house, I loved it, I recorded it for Anthony, I went back and showed it to him, he loved it, and I was like, yeah, but the location's not so great, and he's like, what do you mean, like, it's fine. He's like, let's go see it, and I'm like, yeah, we can go see it up to 9 o'clock, so we literally went like 7 p.m., just put shoes on. We were in pajamas. We had ate dinner. It was like a school night, and we just like went to go see the house, and it was fun because Jill was with us. And we came and saw it, and he loved it. He loved it, and he loved the location. He loved everything about it. He loved that our pool had already a screen and that we had a fence already. Like, all those things were already done, that he didn't have to do it. So I was like, no. I was still like, literally the location was like, no, not for me. But he loved it, and Gio loved it too. So, what you do is we actually put an offer in the house that night. And you put an offer through the app. They tells you the list price. You can offer whatever you want. And it's literally all done through this app, guys. It's amazing. We did not have no realtor throughout this process. But I want you to keep in mind, Anthony has had a house in the past before. This is his second home he's purchased. This is my first home that I've purchased. So he has some experience, and he knows, he's a little knowledgeable about the cost and this and that and the back and forth. And he also is very familiar with home improvement and loans and this and that. He's very intelligent on those things. Business, basically all things business, pretty intelligent on. So we put an offer through the app, and obviously we offered a little lower than it was listed. I'm not gonna tell you numbers, but you know, they countered through the app, and then we countered back. Like, it was literally all done through the app. It was amazing. And so we reached a number that we loved, or we didn't love it. We wanted the initial offer, but it's fine. We reached a number we were comfortable with, and shit started going. Like, literally shit just started happening. And it was funny because that night there was another house that was listed on Opendoor in the community, in the neighborhood. So we went to go see that house for shits and giggles, and it was a bigger house, but it was just not as nice. Like, it was less upgraded, and you can tell they tried to upgrade it, but they did it like in a cheap way. There was also no pool, but they did have a big backyard. You know, like, it's so cool that we could just like get to go to these houses on our own time with no pressure and just view these houses. But literally, guys, after we came and we saw it as a family, it was ours. So we counted back and forth with them in the app. We came to a number, and then literally shit just started happening. Like, they just started emailing us like, okay, you need to submit this document, this payment needs to be here. We already had been pre-approved, so we didn't have to go through that process. Everything was just like amazing. Everything was just like happening so quickly, and it was actually kind of scary though, because we were like, okay, what are we going too fast? Is things happening too fast? But I'm like, no, like, we need this house. This is my house. Of course, I was pregnant at the time, so I was extra hormonal. I was like, no, Anthony, this is my house, and if I lose this house, because what I had noticed is everything, even when we were looking for rental properties, everything I liked would go like this, like so quickly, and I would just get so discouraged, and I would actually cry because I was pregnant, and everything would make me cry. And I was like, this house, like, we need to have this house. And it's crazy how I flipped. Like, once I heard his opinion on the location, I was just like, okay, yeah, that's our house, because I had already loved it. I just felt like the location was off, and I think that, are you okay? I think that location is everything. He coughs and chokes, but then he laughs. So location, it's been drilled in my head. Location is everything. Location is everything. Location is everything. Location is everything. Because I watch a lot of home improvement shows. I watch a lot of house hunters. I watch a lot of that, and I love looking at houses even when I'm not buying. Like, I love looking at houses. I get emails every day about houses. I just love looking at houses to see what I like for my next house, what I don't like. Even this house, like, what I love in this house, what I don't love in this. Like, I'm just obsessed with houses. Like, it's weird. But anyway, it's funny how, like I said, once he gave me the like the thought process of his for location, I was like, you're right. This house is perfect. It needs to be mine, and we better not lose it. No pressure. There was a lot of pressure, guys. It was a little difficult time buying a house. It was a little stressful situation. Just making sure you're doing the right thing, not rushing into anything, being smart because we are young, you know, but also having a baby on the way and being considerate to Gio and him being in school. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was there's like two main arguments two main stressors in a relationship, significant events that were stressors in me and Anthony's relationship that I can remember, and this is one of them. But yeah, guys, literally, we put the offer in, we counter, came to a number, and then shit just started hitting the fan. We were in our emails, we were talking to our loan person. I don't even know what the correct term for them is. So basically, that's it. Without getting too much into detail, we closed within 30 days, literally, all by ourselves, meaning we did not have a realtor countering for us. We did not have anyone but Opendoor, us, and the people who we got our loan through, you know, that pre-approved us. That's it. Those three people. So it was a lot of savings, but it was also moments of like stress as far as, you know, when the because they have to do an inspection on the house, and if the house doesn't meet the inspection, or if the house isn't valued, if the house inspection doesn't come up equal to the value that you're gonna pay for it. Like our loan wouldn't approve for us to buy that house unless we came up with more additional money. It was a lot. It was stressful. And then like our garage wasn't working properly, so we had to ask them, hey, could you fix that as part of the deal? Like it was just, trust me guys, it was stressful. It wasn't just app, submit offer, pay, No, it was a lot of stress to it. It came through it. But we closed within 30 days, and I actually think they extended us 2 days, and that stressed me the fuck out because I was so pregnant, and I was tired, and I wanted to get out of our apartment because it was getting smaller and smaller, and I wanted to have my baby shower, but I couldn't come home with all these baby shower things in my apartment. Anyways, that is a story on how we found our house. I actually found our house, and I love it. I think it's amazing. First time homeowner for me. Like, I just think it's beautiful and gorgeous, and it doesn't get better than this. Like, I would never think I would have a house. Okay. At this age, but God is good. Anthony's amazing, and God is amazing. Anthony's amazing, and we just made it happen, and a lot of it has to do with Anthony, you know, but I just love my house, and I don't ever want to sell it. Anthony says if the right number comes, we're selling it, but I'm like, no, I want to keep this house forever and ever and ever, and I want my kids to be able to live here when they're older and, you know, like, have a place to go, not have to worry about renting. Like, no, like, it's mine, but, you know, money talks. Right, baby? So, anyways, you guys are going to see the raw, unedited house tour. Like I said, I do apologize for the way that it's recorded, but this is way before I even considered YouTube. Seriously. And you definitely need to check this out because I can knock my head on it, and I'm short. Okay. Okay, first one. Just kidding, I found it. 2-car garage. Look, a mix. Interesting. View from the hallway. Carpet in this room. Looks new. Closet's big. Can't see into the neighbor's house. Definitely needs to be upgraded, but it's clean. Master. You can see the pool. This color looks kind of small. Does have a fence. Please leave this light on. Okay. Leave some comments below if you have any questions about the process. If you want me and Anthony to film a video like tips or tricks, or not tricks, because I mean, you can't trick the system about buying a home. If you have any questions about the process, any tips we could share with you to accomplish, you know, a home ownership. Like I said, this is Anthony's second home, so he's been through this process before. He has bought and sold a home, so he's gone through that process, and now he's gone through this process. This was obviously different from his first time around. He did. I'm pretty sure he had a realtor, and all that to do all the little things, but this time was a little different. So if you guys have any questions or not concerns, because what concerns would you have about my home, but if you have any questions and you want us to film a video on that, we'll be happy to do that for you. And please thumbs up this video if you liked it. Comment down below your channel. Comment down below so I can check out your guys' channel. I want to increase my following, and I want to check out other people's channels. Like, I follow these large YouTubers that have been doing it for years, but I like to see like some people that are just beginning and like watch us grow together and see us step up our game a little more each time. So yes, please subscribe and thumbs up this video, share it with everyone, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.